Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I'm going to do a pretty interesting video. It's entitled The History of My Tabbing Service and How It Came into Existence. When I first started on, well, let me just first state to people that don't know that I have a tabbing service. If you're interested in learning the song, I will tab your songs, $11 a song, 2 song minimum, so it's like $22. And then I will quickly post them on YouTube within 24 hours, once I receive payment. But before, they have to be approved as far as, is this song doable on guitar? So once that is gotten out of the way, I tab the songs for that amount. And the reason why it's important for me to do this video, because I get a lot of new subscribers, and I appreciate you guys tremendously, that don't realize that I have this service because they haven't seen videos where I discuss this. And I get bombarded with a lot of requests. I get like 100 requests a day, and that's just impossible for me to do all of those, even if I was paid to do all of them. So, it's unfair, in my opinion, to do free stuff for some and then others pay me for my service. Because how the service actually got started was when I first started my channel, close to about maybe a couple of years ago, I had maybe like 200-300 subscribers, and every now and then people would ask me, could you do this song? I'm like, cool, no problem, and I posted. But then as my channel grew, also the requests grew, and it's like, this is just kind of becoming overwhelming. And one day, and this separates the people that are serious versus the people that are not serious, because I've said it before, and I don't have an issue with telling people that I don't deal with people that are not serious about their music, So when people inquire about stuff and I don't hear from you no more, you get blocked. There's no more communication between the two of us, because your action speaks louder than your words, and you've basically told me in so many words, I'm not serious, so have a good day. So how the tabbing service got started was, and I definitely got to give you credit for this, James, and James know who he is. One day James contacted me and said, look, I got some songs that I need to learn, and I'll be willing to pay you for your time. And I was like, no problem, because that was the last thing on my mind, trying to get paid to do what I'm doing on YouTube. So I was greatly appreciated that somebody out there said, hey, your time is valuable and you should be compensated for your time. So that's how it kind of got started. And again, I like to thank James for just saying, hey, I'm one of the serious ones, and I'm showing you because I'm going to pay you for your time. Because most people don't realize that every cover that you see me do on YouTube that have the chords on the screen and some type of graphics, those videos take me anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to do. And it's not so much that it take me a long time to actually play the song. That's a piece of cake. The time consumption comes in when I have to put these videos into the editing software, which is Sony Vegas. And that rendering, since it's high definition, could take anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to do. So that's 2 hours out of my day for some things that people want for me to do for free. I don't have 2 hours in my day to give for free, let alone when people send me 6 and 7 free quote unquote requests. So it's not an issue that I'm trying to be a hard ass or difficult. It's just the realization that this takes time. And I don't have that kind of time to devote unless you're serious and you want to compensate me for my time, because that's what you're paying for, not so much the cover, because I can do those in 5 minutes. If you would sit right next to me, I can show you the chords in 2 minutes. But since I have to go through this video processing and the editing, it takes like 2 hours. So there's some people that don't realize that, and each chance I get when I do videos like this, I need to stress that, because I don't think that the people that request this expecting, I'm trying to just get something for free, they just don't realize that this takes a lot of time, and it's unfair to the people that are willing to pay for the time that I do it for free for you. Because sometimes I get this, and I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm just stating, fact as far as how things unfold. And it's just interesting. I recently got a notification for a friend request on my Facebook page. So I accepted it. And as soon as I accepted it, I get someone asking me to do something for them, a song. And I tried to reach Manic. You know who Manic is. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing his screen name right, but you guys know who I'm talking about. And he said, I can't reach him. I said, well, Manic now he stated in one of his videos, I don't do requests. I simply do what is quote unquote near and dear to my heart. And for a while, Manic was sending me some requests from people that sent him requests. I'm like, oh, I don't have a problem, because I'm doing that actually for you, not so much, for these people that are contacting you, because I learned a lot from Manic, and as a result of Manic single-handedly increased my viewership tremendously in my subscription. So I got a great deal of gratitude for Manic. But Manic got to the point, kind of like PT. He kind of got tired of being bombarded with a lot of, could you do this stuff for free? Could you do this? Could you do this? And now you can't even contact him, because from time to time I would just send him a message, say, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And he would reply back, I'm okay, how are you? But, last 8 months ago, I tried to do that. As you know, on his videos, you can't send a comment, and now you can't go in and inbox him. So it's like, I'm not taking anything, request or any comments. I'm just doing what I'm doing. If you like it, cool. If not, go somewhere else. So he couldn't contact Manic, so he contacted me, and he asked me to do a song. I said, well, I'll do it for $10, because you're not paying for me to do it. You're paying for my time. It takes an hour plus to do these videos. I'll get back to you tomorrow. And normally I don't hear from people no more when they say that. And I'm like, that's fine, because that separates the people that are serious from the people that aren't. So he contacted me today and said, well, I think I can figure this out. And he left me alone, and I just blocked him and blocked it, because I'm like, look, $10, if you weren't serious, if you could figure it out in the first place, why even contact me? And the reason why is I'm trying to get it for free. And again, I don't think that most people are just trying to get it for free. They just don't realize how much time that it takes for me to do this. So I'm not going to give you 2 or 3 hours of my day. I mean, I'm sorry. That's just ain't going to happen. But it's a good lesson learned, because when I tell people, when they, kind of in an off kind of manner, send me a message saying, could you do this, or have you done this? Because if I've done it, it's posted. If I haven't, it's not there. But it separates the people, and I like it this way. It separates the people that are serious, and then weed out the people that aren't, because I don't deal with the people that are not serious about their music. Because again, it ain't about paying me. It's about paying for my time and the knowledge that I'm giving you. $10, you can't beat that. Because like I said before, 15, 20 years ago, when you went to someone to tabulate a song, they charged you like $20, and they just gave you sheet music and sent you on your way. My service, not only I give you the chords, I even give you a video to show you how to apply the chords and how I approach the song. So it's an extra added value as far as what I do. And it's not that I'm trying to milk or juice anybody, but, time is valuable. If you're serious, you let me know by compensating me for the time that I put in, because it's going to be almost 2 hours. If you're not serious and you don't want to, pay for the service, you're not serious, There are other channels on YouTube that are willing to perhaps do these types of things for free. And it ain't an issue that I'm doing it to get paid. I'm doing it because it's taking an hour to 2 hours out of my time. So, from time to time I do these videos because I believe it's important for people to understand my point of view. And I'm not trying to be a hard ass, because I got a comment from an individual, and it was kind of interesting. He said, why don't you contact your keyboard player and ask him to do the keyboard version of what you're doing, on YouTube? And I told him like it was. I said, my keyboard player, he's not like me. He wants to get paid for everything he does, because he look at it like this, and I totally agree. If you're willing to ask me to do this, you should be willing to pay me to do this. If you don't, keep it moving, because my keyboard player's in big demand, and he don't do nothing for free. And I understand it's like I don't have time to devote this and I don't get nothing out of it. I'm like, I understand, man. Our point of views are different, but I respect yours, and I understand what you're saying. So of course that wasn't going to happen, because again, my keyboard player, he's making money, he's getting paid all the time. It's like I ain't got time to sit at home and show people this for free. That's just not me. I'm like, I know, and you're not a bad person, but I totally understand your position that your time is valuable. You have more commitments or financial commitments than myself, so I totally understand your point of view on how it's getting done or how it should be done. So no time in the future you're going to see any videos from one of my keyboard players showing people for free how to do these songs, But again, Totally understand it, totally respect it. But I thought it was important to do this video because every now and then I have to do these videos so people can understand that if you are serious and you want something done, submit it through my tab and service, and then I will do it. I mean, every now and then when I have time, and if it's not a difficult song, not a problem. But it's a song that requires for me to go into the editing and post the videos up on the screen, because there's some songs that I do that I don't have to go through the editing. Basically what I do is I just give you this chorus in the subject line, because it's just pretty simple. It's like, okay, it's just 4 chords, these 2 chords for the verse, these 2 for the chorus, and it's it. So whenever I can do that, I post those for free. But most of the songs that I do require me to do the editing thing, because there's a lot of different chord progressions and movement. So in order to do it right, that's how I do it. So I'm going to sign off. So if anybody's interested in learning a song, 2 song minimum, $22, send it to my PayPal. Within 24 hours, I post your songs. So until next time, take care and thanks for watching.